The sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm glow over the cityscape outside my office window. After 25 years of unwavering dedication to my job, the fruits of my labor were about to be recognized. The sleek invitation on my desk announced the celebration of my quarter-century of exemplary service. Quarter-century, a title that resonated, with a certain grandiosity, making me chuckle. I had never envisioned staying at a job long enough to receive such an award. As I traced my fingers over the embossed golden letters of the invitation, John Miller, in recognition of 25 years of exemplary service, I couldn't help but imagine the look of pride in Lisa's eyes when she heard the news. This award was as much hers as it was mine. From struggling to make rent to living comfortably in our dream home, we had weathered life's storms together. A buzz from my phone snapped me out of my reverie. It was a reminder for the rehearsal of tomorrow's ceremony, a rehearsal I couldn't afford to be late for. Collecting my belongings, I made my way through the mostly empty office. Colleagues nodded and congratulated me as I left, a wave of satisfaction washing over me. The drive home was unusually smooth, and the radio played a tune that I hummed along to, feeling the weight of accomplishment. My plan was simple: get home, surprise Lisa with the news, and perhaps celebrate with a dinner for two. Lately, work had consumed much of my time, and moments shared with Lisa were becoming rarer. It was time to rekindle the intimacy we had lost in the hustle and bustle. However, as I turned into our street, a peculiar sight caught my attention. A familiar silver car with tinted windows, Mr. Gray's car, my boss. Why would he be here? Puzzled, I decided to check our home security system. To my unease, the cameras were off, a deviation from Lisa's routine. A memory surfaced as I recalled an old video system I had set up for fun during a business trip. Fidgeting nervously, I retrieved the old laptop from my trunk and, with a deep breath, opened the video files. The scenes unfolded before my eyes, each clip adding to the growing unease in my gut. Lisa, tending to her roses, seemed innocuous at first. Then, the timestamp revealed Mr. Gray's arrival, their embrace, the shared bottle of wine, and an intimate dance. My world crumbled as I realized this wasn't a casual visit. It was a betrayal. I drove aimlessly, trying to process the revelation. Every shared memory with Lisa now carried a shadow of doubt. Seeking solitude, I ended up at a park, our park, where we had once shared dreams and promised to be each other's forever. Irony hung heavy in the air. Sitting on a familiar bench, I struggled to recall any signs of Lisa's infidelity. Tears threatened, but I held them back. My phone buzzed with a message from Lisa, oblivious to the storm brewing within me. Made your favorite for dinner. Hope you'll be home soon. The message felt like a cruel mockery. The next day arrived, the city bathed in a dim golden hue. Sleep had eluded me, the images of Lisa and Mr. Gray replaying in my mind. Unease accompanied me to the office, where the once inspiring skyline now mocked my shattered reality. Unable to focus, I found solace in observing the people below, wondering how many harbored secrets like mine. During lunch, I texted Roger, a confidant for years. Need to talk. Usual spot in 20. His reply was prompt. Be there. Our usual spot, a quiet cafe, provided the privacy needed for a candid conversation. Roger listened intently as I recounted the events, his concern evident. Before you confront Lisa, you need undeniable evidence, something she can't refute, he advised. The idea of hiring a private investigator seemed extreme, but desperation drove me to follow Roger's suggestion. Clara, recommended by Roger, agreed to take on the case. Days passed in a whirlwind of emotions as Clara unveiled the details of Lisa's betrayal, the meetings, conversations, and plans for the future. One evening, Clara urgently summoned me to her office. The dimly lit room showcased a wall covered in photos and strings connecting various clues. The projector flickered to life, revealing images of Lisa and Mr. Gray in intimate settings. Clara narrated her findings, playing an audio clip that cut through me like a knife. Lisa's words, filled with intimacy and shared dreams, shattered the remnants of my heart. "It's been at least a year," Clara disclosed. The weight in my chest intensified. Clara handed me a folder containing all the evidence. The truth, undeniable and painful, lay before me. Days turned into weeks as I grappled with the reality of Lisa's betrayal. The decision to confront her loomed over me like a storm cloud. Clara's findings had left no room for doubt. Lisa had crossed a line, and our marriage was hanging by a thread. With a heavy heart, I called Lisa, and in a trembling voice, I asked her to come home. The door creaked open, and Lisa walked in, unaware of the storm that awaited her. As the evidence unfolded before her, tears streamed down her face. Before she could explain, I raised my hand, silencing her. "Just tell me why, Lisa. After all these years, why?" The room was thick with tension as she struggled to find words. "It started innocently, John," she began. "Business meetings turned into lunches and then dinners. We found comfort in each other's company. I never meant for it to go this far." The shattered pieces of my heart crumbled further at her words. I could feel the weight of the decision I needed to make. "Lisa, I think we need to take some time apart. I need to process this, heal, and decide what's next." She nodded, and amidst tears, she agreed to move out temporarily. The following days were a blur of loneliness. Lisa moved in with her sister, leaving me alone in our home filled with memories. To sever the ties, I decided to sell our house, each packed item symbolizing a piece of the past I had to let go. The divorce papers, when signed, marked the end of an era. It was painful, but it also signified a new beginning. I embarked on a journey of self-discovery, traveling, meeting new people, and attempting to heal the wounds that Lisa's betrayal had left behind. Yet, standing at this crossroads, I find myself torn. The decision ahead feels like a heavy stone in my chest. Love, some say, is forgiving, and time can mend even the deepest wounds. Others argue that certain betrayals are unforgivable, leaving scars that never truly heal. I share my tumultuous journey with you, dear reader, as you have been witness to every raw emotion and twist in this story. Now I turn to you for insight. Should I consider giving Lisa a second chance, believing in the power of love and forgiveness? Or do you think what she did was utterly unacceptable, a violation that no amount of time or remorse can mend? Your thoughts might be the beacon of light I need in this storm. The days that followed the revelation of Lisa's betrayal were a relentless storm of emotions, the weight of the evidence, the shattered trust, and the echoes of a love that once seemed unbreakable. As I stared at the divorce papers, I couldn't escape the lingering question. Should I consider giving Lisa a second chance? The city, once a place of accomplishment, now felt like a haunting reminder of what was lost. I wandered through the crowded streets, seeking answers in the faces of strangers. The decision ahead loomed like a shadow, casting doubt on the very foundation of love and commitment. A chance encounter led me to a quiet park, where a wise-looking old man sat on a weathered bench. His eyes, filled with the wisdom of years, met mine. Sensing the turmoil within, he gestured for me to join him. As we sat in silence, the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm glow over the city. "Relationships," he began, "are like delicate flowers. They need care, attention, and sometimes they weather storms. But betrayal, that's a different kind of storm. The path ahead is a challenging one, my friend." He spoke with a knowing tone, as if he had seen similar stories unfold countless times. "There are those who believe in the power of forgiveness, that love can mend even the deepest wounds. And then there are those who argue that some betrayals leave scars that never truly heal." His words resonated with the internal debate that raged within me. The complexities of love, trust, and forgiveness were unraveling before my eyes. The old man continued, "Consider the depth of your connection with Lisa. Is it a bond forged in the fires of shared dreams, or has it crumbled to ashes in the wake of betrayal?" As I reflected on our journey, from the early struggles to the pinnacle of success, the emotions surged like a tempest within. Love is resilient, but it's also a choice, the old man said, breaking the silence. Ask yourself, can you choose to forgive, rebuild, and create a new chapter with Lisa? His words hung in the air, and I felt a glimmer of clarity piercing through the storm. The decision wasn't about succumbing to societal expectations or the weight of hurt. It was about the essence of love, a force that could be both fragile and resilient. In the following weeks, I sought solace in the therapeutic hum of the city. The decision to meet Lisa lingered in the background, an unspoken truth that demanded resolution. The park, where I had once grappled with the revelation, became a place of introspection and self-discovery. The day arrived when I faced Lisa again, a mixture of anxiety and determination pulsating through me. Her eyes, once filled with warmth, now held the weight of remorse. The evidence, the pain, and the raw vulnerability laid bare between us. I've spent a lot of time thinking, I began, the words measured and heavy. Love is a choice, Lisa. It's not always easy, and sometimes it requires forgiveness. Her eyes widened, hope flickering in the depths of her gaze. But forgiveness doesn't erase the past. It's a commitment to move forward despite the pain. We navigated the intricacies of our emotions, laying bare the wounds and scars. It was a conversation that transcended blame and regret, delving into the complexities of human connection. As the city buzzed outside, we faced the choice before us, to rebuild or to part ways and embark on separate journeys. Love, as the old man in the park had said, was resilient, but required a conscious choice. In the ensuing weeks and months, we navigated the tumultuous seas of healing. It wasn't a linear path. There were setbacks, doubts, and moments of profound connection. The city, once a symbol of accomplishment, now became the backdrop of our shared endeavor to rebuild what was lost. The journey of forgiveness was arduous, yet it unfolded with unexpected beauty. It wasn't about erasing the past, but rewriting the narrative of our relationship. The quarter-century celebration, once overshadowed by betrayal, became a testament to the strength of love's endurance. As the years passed, the cityscape outside my window transformed. It mirrored the evolution of our relationship, dynamic, resilient, and ever-changing. The scars remained, a reminder of the storms weathered, but they no longer dictated the course of our journey. Love, I discovered, could be a force of renewal. The decision to forgive and rebuild was a testament to its transformative power. The city, with its bustling streets and towering buildings, became a metaphor for the ever-evolving landscape of our lives. The sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm glow over the cityscape outside my office window. After 25 years of unwavering dedication to my job, the fruits of my labor were not just professional accolades, but a love story rewritten against the backdrop of betrayal and forgiveness.